Welcome back, guys. So today we are going to be making this play suit. I saw the design on House of Anaya on Instagram, so please, I want to quickly say something. The previous post I made, the last outfit that I was supposed to complete, I haven't gotten the volume of fabric I need for that exact tutorial, so you guys shouldn't worry. I am going to put up the tutorial very soon. Welcome back, guys, to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. To my return subscribers, I love you all, and if this is what you're interested in, I would like you to say you should keep on watching. Of course, you guys asked for it, and here it is. So without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. So we're going to be drafting on our pattern paper, right? So which you always do if you've been following my channel. And please, the fabric I used in making this is the kind of a little thick chiffon. Yeah, but not that transparent chiffon. Like, I used a chiffon for this. Please, for beginners, do not use chiffon. Either you use a flowered crepe. Make sure you use a thick, like not like a thick, like a firm fabric that won't be dancing around. Because even me being a pro in sewing, it was quite difficult working with this particular fabric I use, which I purposely used it because I want mine to be, you know, dancing around. Like, I want that short play suit that is going to look very like a petite. So I purposely used the fabric I used. Hope you guys understand. So now I've taken my starting line. I'm trying to get both the back and the front on one pattern paper. The back length and the front length will not be the same, guys. So my front half length, which is my waistline, is 18, while my back is 16.5. So I'll take my shoulder measurement divided by 2, come down by 1 inch. Then from the 1 inch, I'll take 9 inches for my shoulder slope. Sorry, I'm a bit fast. This is a normal thing I do on this channel whenever I want to draft any outfits. All right, so I'm going to connect the chest line to the back. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, guys, don't worry, you will understand. I'm going to make my armhole curve for the front. That's the front I am drafting now. Make my armhole curve for the front, and I am going to take my neck width 3, my neck depth 3 for now. Then I'm going to connect the line. Sorry, you're not seeing that extreme. Connect the line, then that 1 inch shoulder slope, I'll connect it to the neck width line. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to insert my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 5. I'm going to extend it down to the waistline and connect with a straight line. I'm going to extend it to the chest line as well, because we're going to be doing a little overbust tightening. I'm going to come down by half inch, come out by half inch on the waistline, reconnect the line, then make a curve at the chest area with half inch as well. Okay, so this is going to prevent our bust, like that's gaping there. Okay, so I'm going to start taking my body measurements. So I'm going to start by taking my bust divided by 4 and my waist divided by 4. I'm going to replace the dart intake, and if you notice, I did not add any allowance on this, guys. I did not. So the next we're going to do now is to give that design at the front, that keyhole design. That keyhole design in front, I'm going to come in by 6 inches and slant it into the neck width. Can you see? I came in by 6 inches. You can come in by 5 inches, and I slanted it into the neck width. Now I am going to come down by 1.5 inch for my side dart or bust dart, which we are going to be closing on paper. All right, and I'm going to connect, and that is it, and I will cut this out. So the difference between my back half length and front half length is 1.5 inches. Okay, so after closing the front dart on paper, that's the side dart on paper, you're going to see the length for the back and the front is going to be the same thing. I don't know if you guys understand what I did, right? My back half length and my front half length is not the same. Some people's half length for the back, the difference between some people's half length with the front and the back is 1. Some people 2. Mine is 1.5 inch. My front half length is 18, while my back half length is 16.5. Okay, so mine is 1.5 different. All right, so I'm going to cut the front. I am done cutting the front. All right, and this is it. I'm going to separate the yoke. I just separated the, I just cut it out. So that upper side is going to be for the yoke. I'm going to be attaching it later. Then I'm going to go ahead and open our darts. All right, that's the dart leg. After that, I'm going to open the side dart and I'll close it on paper. I'm going to do that later, but let's draft the back first. We're going to be drafting for the back, and I did not add zipper allowance on the pattern paper. When cutting on my fabric, I'm going to add zipper allowance. Okay, and the back is not going to be having any darts. My back won't have any darts. Okay, so I'll divide my shoulder by 2, come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. From the 1 inch shoulder slope, I'm going to take my neck width 3, my neck depth for the back 1.5, and connect to my armhole, that's the chest line, and the 1 inch shoulder slope. I'll connect it to the neckline area and make my armhole curve, which the back, the front is deeper than the front armhole is deeper than the back. Then I'm going to insert my body measurement. Like I said, the back is not going to be having any darts, but you can add darts to yours if you wish, but I'm not adding that to mine. All right, so I will divide my shoulder, my bust by 4, my waist by 4. I did not add any sewing allowance. I'm going to add all the necessary allowance on my fabric, and I'm going to go ahead to cut. Guys, hope I am making sense. Hope you understand what I am doing. This is not supposed to be new. This is basically a basic body. That is what I am cutting, so it's not supposed to be confusing. All right, so this is my back. Then the front, I am going to open the dart. Like I said, I will open the dart and I will close it on paper. I am going to close it on paper. So guys, after closing it on paper, you're going to see that it's going to be the same thing with the back. So I hope this is like you understand. My back half length and my front half length is not the same for this particular tutorial. Okay, so your back half length, the difference between my front half length and back half length is 1.5. some people their own is 1, some people their own is 2. So get yours. All right, measure your back half length. That's just it. So can you see, after placing it now, can you see it's equal? After closing my darts on paper, everything is equal. So we're going to be cutting our short. That's our short that is going to be attached to this. That's the play suit, right? So now I'm going to get another pattern paper and I am going to mark my starting line, which is my waistline. Okay, I'm going to take my starting line, which is my waistline, and from there I'm going to come down by 11. That's from my waist to my hip is 11 because I'm tall. Then I'll come down by my crotch 16. I'm supposed to come down by 14, but I want the crotch line free. I want this play suit to be very free. Okay, then the full length of this is going to be 20. That the full length of the short is going to be 20. I'm calling it short, though it's going to be attached later. So I'll label the lines, my hip line, my crotch line, and my full length. So I'm going to divide my hip by 4, and I'm going to chalk it down, like mark it down, then connect a straight line to meet my waistline up, just this way. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my waist at the other side, like my waist by 4, which is 9.5. all right, and I'm going to chalk it down 9.5, and I will make a curve to meet the hip line down. All right, so that is it. Connect it with a curve. That is it. Then the next thing I'm going to do now, to get your crotch measurements, though you extend that line down to your crotch line, then to get your crotch measurement, you're going to divide your hip by 8. So I divided my hip by 8 and I have 6. So I'm going to extend it with 6. My crotch line, I am going to extend the line by 6. Okay, to get your crotch measurements, divide your waist by 8. So when you divide your waist by 8, your hip, divide your hip by 8, not waist, please. When you divide your hip by 8, whatever it gives you, you mark it on your crotch line. Mine gave me 6. All right, so I am going to connect with a curve, right? Make a deep curve. So that is it. All right, then I'll connect with a straight line because this is a free play, like the play suit is free, right? No need of slanting it. Connect with a straight line, and I'm going to cut out. We are done with the drafting of the front. Okay. So we're going to be cutting for the back. Now I'll place that pattern paper, that front I drafted, on a new pattern paper with some allowance, and I'll come up by 2 and mark straight, right? I'll extend that line by 2 as well outside. Then I'll start marking 2 inch all the way till I get to the crotch length. All right, 2 inches all the way, guys. And I'm going to extend that part by 2 inches as well, then give it a curve. Do you understand, guys? Give it a curve. Then I'm going to extend this as well down. Remember I said we are not doing any this playsuit is free, so I'm going to slant that part down to my hip length, that's to the other waistline, and connect straight down. So after this, I'll go ahead and cut this out. We are done. We'll go ahead and cut this out, and we'll start drafting on our actual fabric. So guys, this is it. So I'm going to open up. You know, the playsuit is very free, so to have that freeness, you're going to divide what you have on your short, your waistline, by 2. Can you see? Then you mark a straight line. Mark a straight line. This is my short, that's my knicker. For those of you that don't understand, my knicker, then you're going to cut it out, but not entirely. You're going to stop somewhere along the line, then you expand. Do you understand? You expand. Now depends on how wide you want your playsuit to be. As you can see, mine is very free, so extend, open up your short the way you want. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this. This is the front. I'm also going to do the same thing for the back as well. As you can see, I am giving it some allowances, because when I was cutting, I did not give any allowance. I really want this playsuit to be free. Okay, so that is it. The only part I want to be fitted is just the upper part, my upper body. So this same thing I'm doing, I'm going to also do it for the back as well. So guys, I've gone ahead as well to cut for my upper bodies, and the upper bodies, I have lining for it, which I'm using same fabric for my lining piece. Okay, the only difference is what the front upper bodies is what had that is the only part that has lining. The back doesn't have any lining. All right, so both the yoke, every part of the front upper body has lining. All right, now I'm going to connect. I'm going to start joining this. Now I'm going to join the lining piece and the main fabric separately. Okay, I'm going to join it separately. Hope you guys understand. So as I'm joining the lining piece, the main fabric, that is what I'm also going to do for the lining piece as well. So this is the main fabric. All right, though I'm using same fabric as the line, but I'm just calling the main fabric so you understand. So I'm going to stitch down the sides, then do same thing for the lining piece and the yoke as well. I am going to line the yoke. Okay, I'm going to line the yoke. Please, when joining, just cut that center. All right, the yoke is meant to be 2, like divide us. Anyway, you're going to see what you're going to understand what I'm saying along the line. So I'm going to be joining the yoke, like turning it with the lining piece as well. All right, so after that, I'll tell you what next to do. So guys, I am done joining stitching the darts. And can you see I have one for the main fabric, one for the lining. Now this is the yoke I was talking about. You know, I said you should cut the center out. So this is it. All right, so I have it in 2 here. So I'm going to place, can you see how it is? Can you see that keyhole neckline is coming out? Now I'm going to use the lining piece to turn this yoke. Right, I'm going to place this on the main fabric, and I'm going to use the lining piece to turn this. All right, so I'm going to stitch all the way straight and stitch this side as well, leaving down the down open. Then after that, I'm going to join my crotch line straight down, my crotch line for this playsuit. That's for the knicker, for the shorts. I'm going to join it. This is the front, so I'm going to stitch the crotch line down, and I'm also going to stitch the back as well, the back too. All right, so guys, I am done stitching it. Now it's time to join my back, the shoulder to shoulder. All right, I'm going to bring the back piece and I'm going to join it shoulder to shoulder. All right, when I'm done joining shoulder to shoulder, I'm going to show you what to do next. All right, so guys, now I am done joining shoulder to shoulder. The next thing I'm going to do is to use my pin to hold that keyhole neckline. Right, I'll just use my pin to secure it down this way, and I'm going to bring my shorts, that's my knicker, and we're going to be attaching it to the upper bodies. Guys, hope you understand. So I'm going to attach the front to the front upper bodies, the back to the back upper bodies. Okay, can you see? So that's just basically it. It's not difficult. So I'm going to attach, this is the front short. I'm going to attach it to the front bodies, then the back too, I'll attach it to the back bodies. All right, upper bodies. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do now is to open this up, and I am done attaching the sleeve. As you can see, I attached the sleeve off camera. I'm going to leave a link on how to attach your sleeve. Okay, then I'm going to take my neckline all around what I have, and what I have on my own is 30. I have 30. Okay, so I'm going to bring a pattern paper, fold it in a triangular shape the way you see on the screen right now, and it said I have my round neckline is 30. Now I'm going to add 3, which is 18. So I'll take 18 inches down, like all round. I'll take 18 inches all round. Guys, hope you understand. So whatever your neckline is, add extra 3 inches to that, and you take it all round. Plus extra 3 inches when you fold your pattern this way, and you take I'm going to take 18 inches all round. Okay, after that I'm going to reconnect it, then I'm going to come up by 2 inches. That is how wide I want my band to be. Okay, that is how wide I want my band to be. All right, so that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I'm going to use it to cut on my fabric, and it's going to be in 2. It's going to be 2. Okay, the way you normally cut your collar is always in 2. So this is it. All right, so I'm going to use this now and cut on my fabric. Like I said, my fabric is on fold like this. It's on fold because I want this to be in 2. Okay, so add about 1/4 of an inch allowance, that's for joining. Okay, so this is it. And after this, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have the exact length for my round neck. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do now is to stitch the upper area, that's the curve area. I'm going to stitch it down. Okay, and show you what to do next. So guys, when I'm done, I am going to open up that pin, close up that pin. I'll be closing the pin, that's the keyhole neckline. I'm going to use a pin to secure it down, then I'm going to join this like a band all around and attach my zipper, and that's it. So guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, if you've learned 1 or 2 out of this tutorial, please kindly give it a thumbs up, share this video, leave a nice comment, and if you haven't subscribed, I beg you in the name of God, I'm practically kneeling down. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post beautiful tutorials. All right guys, see you on my next video. I love you all. Bye.